right into it. So today I already have my skin cleansed and moisturized, and I'm going to go in with the same primers on both sides. We're going to be testing out the Anastasia Stick Foundation against the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. The reason I picked these two is because I've had this one before, and it does a really good job of controlling my oils. And this one claims to be shine free for combination skin. So I'm hoping that they'll be a good match for each other. And the colors were really hard to match, so I actually had to pick up 2 shades of this one in order to match it to the shade of this one. But we'll get to that in just a second. So now I'm going to go in with my primer, and I'm going to do the same primer on both sides to make sure I give them a fair, even chance. I'm going in with the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Redness Control. It's the green one. Just going to put a little bit on my fingers and apply this to my face. The reason I wanted to do this video is because I do really enjoy this foundation, and even though on the high-end spectrum it's really actually not that expensive, it's like $25. There's drugstore foundations that are up in like the $20 range, so it's actually really not that expensive, but it is a higher end foundation, so I wanted to try and find something that was even more affordable because it works really well for my oily skin, so maybe it'll work really well for someone else who also has oily skin. So I'm going to go in with the Body Shop Wonder Blur primer, and I'm going to put this on my T-zone. Today is going to be the ultimate test for these foundations because there's a heat index in St. Louis where I live, and it's like 110 or something. It's ridiculously hot. So we'll see how this goes. Most of my activities are going to be inside today, or for the rest of the day, so we'll see. On my left side, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Stick Foundation, and I have it in the shade Golden. And then on my right side, I'm going to be using the Maybelline one. This is the Fit Me Stick Foundation, and I'm going to be using 2 different shades. I'm going to use Toffee Caramel and Pure Beige. This is 330 and 235. I'm going to be mixing them to get the right shade. And I have 2 different foundation brushes. These are both 2 of my favorites. This is the Tarte Bamboo Foundation Brush, and this is the Makeup Geek Face Buffer Brush. So both of these are awesome, and they're really similar, so I'm going to just use 2 different ones on each side. So I'm first going to go in with this one because ultimately I have to color match it to this. So I'm just going to do a couple stripes how I normally would with this foundation. And usually I like to, because it's not really full coverage, so I like to kind of do a layer and then build it up by doing a second layer. So I just did a couple stripes. And I've found that brushes work best with this particular foundation. That's why I'm using a brush. It's really able to buff it in really well. Okay, that's a good 1 layer, and it has pretty good coverage. The only thing that's really sticking out is I have a little bit of acne scar right here that's out, and then I have a little bit of scarring right here as well. So I'm just gonna go, other than that, it's covering pretty well. It's pretty natural coverage. It's not super high. I give it a good medium coverage. So I'm just gonna go a couple more times over those spots and a couple times on my cheeks, and then 2 more swipes on my forehead and blend that in. As you can see, it mostly covered up this spot. It's a pretty dark spot, so I'm not really concerned about that, and it did a pretty good job of covering up that. So if you build it up, I think it builds really well. Oh, I just love the finish of this foundation. I really do. It's awesome. I'm glad I have it in my summer shade now. So now I'm going to go in with these 2 colors, and hopefully if I mix them, they'll be good. This one's way too dark for me, and this one's too light, but the shade in between was really pink. So I kind of had to do the best with what I had. It's got like a balm in the middle that I think is like the shine free part. I don't know, we'll see. hopefully mixing these two will work. So I put about the same amount on. Just trying to mix them. Now I'm going to go in with my Makeup Geek brush on this side. Blend it out pretty easily. Looks like it has pretty similar coverage on the first kind of pass that the Anastasia one has. Looks pretty good. It looks like it has a bit more of a dewy finish than the Anastasia one does. Right off the bat, the Anastasia one, well, it's been sitting a little bit longer, but it's still got a little bit of a natural finish to it, but this one seems kind of glowy. Not mad at it though. Looks good. I'm going to go in with a little bit of a second layer just on some of my problem spots. Cheeks. Just how this is applying, I have a feeling it's going to get oily quicker than the Anastasia one is, because it feels pretty like slick when I'm putting that on, but it might be the center part of the foundation, but we'll see. Overall, they're looking really similar right off initial application. It looks like the Anastasia one is kind of going into my smile lines a little bit already. But they look good. I'm not mad at them. The combo of those two colors of the Maybelline one works really well. So I know it sucks that you have to get like two colors if you're trying to get one to match this golden shade, but they're both pretty inexpensive. I believe these were $8 a piece, but I got them at Ulta, and Ulta frequently has buy one get one half off for drugstore brands. So definitely wait around and see if you can get one of those if you need to buy two to get your shade. I will leave the price somewhere on the screen, maybe over here. We'll see. So far, so good. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. I'm going to do something pretty simple. I'm just going to church tonight and then hanging out with my boyfriend, cousin, and sister. And so it'll be pretty chill, but it is really hot outside, so we'll see what stands up best. I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup. I'll be back to do a little check-in, and then we'll do some check-ins throughout the night. Okay, guys, so I'm back, and I finished up my makeup. I just did, like I said, really simple because I'm just about to head out to church. I'm just going to tell you what's on my face real quick. So I have my LA Girl Pro Conceal underneath my eyes, and then I set it with my number 7 translucent powder. And then to set my face, I use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Plus. And then since I get really oily around my nose, I use this CoverGirl Outlast powder in Fair to Light just on my nose area right here and then on my forehead. And then for my entire face and my eyeshadow, I use this palette I picked up at Target. It's by Sonia Kashuk. It's like absolutely beautiful. I use the bronzer all around my face and in the crease of my eye. I use the blush on my cheeks, and then I use this highlighter on my cheeks as well. And it's pretty good. I have it alone in the inner corner of my eyes. It's pretty good, but I wanted to spice it up a little bit more, so I picked up this Pixie Santorini Sunset glowy powder, and it's in collaboration with Aspen Ovard. I love this. And so I topped the highlighter with this, and it's so beautiful. This is amazing. And then for mascara, I used, where is it? I used my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise on my top lashes. This is the waterproof one because it holds a curl really well. And then on my bottom lashes, I use my Elizabeth Arden Lash Extending Treatment Mascara. I love this from both top and bottom, but I just did my bottom lashes today. And then what else do I have? Oh, on my lips, I have my Ulta matte lip cream in Striking on my lips. This is a really good color for summer. It goes with my colorful romper that I'm wearing. I love it very much. Oh, and my brows is my L'Oreal brow pencil. Pretty sure that's it. Oh, I set my face with my Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist. That's it. So that's everything that's on my face right now. It is 5:47. Look at my little baby Luna. It's 5:47 now. I'm headed to church, and then we're going to do a couple things tonight. So it's not going to be a super long wear test, but it will be a good one, especially because it's really hot outside. The makeup applied the same on both sides. Literally, I honestly forgot I was wearing two different foundations. It looks absolutely identical. The colors are a great match. I think it looks great. Yeah, that's about it. I don't really see any difference right now, so I'll let you guys know. I'll update you guys a little bit later on. We'll probably do some vlog footage, which will be on my phone, and then I'll check back in at the end of the night. So let's get going, see how this works. Hey guys, so right now my boyfriend, cousin, and sister are running in to grab a table. We're at Buffalo Wild Wings for dinner after church, and I thought I would give a quick update before I ran in. Granted, my church was really cold. It's air conditioned, obviously, so I wouldn't be sweating a ton, but I'm not kidding. My face looks the exact same on both sides. Like, let me pull down my mirror. Like, sorry, the sun's really bright, but I don't know if you can see. Literally, like, no creasing. Oh, time, it is 7:56, so it's about 2 hours later. So I wouldn't expect a whole lot of difference. But, like, my forehead looks great. My blush, highlighter, bronzer looks really good on both sides. More so, like, my nose, I'm super impressed. Like, I'm feeling it. I'm still really matte. No oils. But I'm not, like, dry. Like, it's really natural looking. I'm really impressed, like really impressed. I never really thought that this Maybelline stick foundation would be that good, and it's been out for a while, and I always thought it looked weird, but I think it's doing a great job compared to this Anastasia one, and it's keeping my oils at bay, and I'm really impressed. So I will check back in another couple hours, and I will try and keep this foundation on as long as possible. So see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I'm back at my place, and I've had this makeup on for about 4 hours now. I've had dinner, and I'm back at home with my mom. Say hi, Mom.
Hi.
And I want you to tell me what side of my face you think is better. My left or my right?
My right, your left.
And why do you she thinks this side's better? Why?
I think that this side's starting to have a little greasy shine to it,
a little
and that
oily?
side, yep.
Okay. I feel ya. So she's for the Anastasia side, which I thought would honestly last a little bit better, but I think both of them are pretty similar. Especially for the price difference, I definitely think that this is a good buy. But I'll probably do one more check-in before the end of the night. I'll try and keep this on as long as possible, and we will get a final verdict of what we think it looks like at the end of the night. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so it is the end of the night for me. And this hasn't been the longest wear test that I could have done because I got this started a little bit late. But I do think this is a pretty fair judgment of how well the makeup is doing. I do believe that these are pretty good dupes for each other. The only thing is the Maybelline one, it's kind of hard because I have pretty harsh lights on right now. But the Maybelline one is just a little bit shinier than the Anastasia one. As you can see, this is pretty matte right in here. And you have a little bit more dew on this side, a little bit more dew on the nose and chin. Even though there are harsh lights, you can still kind of see that this is pretty matte. Like, I can swipe my finger on here and it doesn't feel like I'm collecting oil. Whereas on here, it is a little bit more greasy feeling. I am very oily, so this is super normal for me to get oily at this point. Normally I would get blotting sheets and just blot my face and be fine. Because this hasn't been on too long. It is about almost 10:10. I mean, that's a pretty good wear time. Normally I would test it for about 8, but I can't stay up that late. I got work in the morning. So this is going to have to do. I do think it did a really good job. Like, I don't see any fading along here. My blush, bronzer, highlight all looks really good on my cheeks. I don't have any complaints there. Both of them, you can see my smile lines a little bit. And this side, you can see my forehead creases a little bit more from like expression lines. You can see it a little bit more on the Maybelline side. But all in all, I'm actually really impressed with this Maybelline foundation. I really didn't have high hopes for it, and I think it did a really good job. I just believe that the Anastasia one is just a little bit more mattifying than the Maybelline one, which means that the Maybelline one might not last quite as long. Super impressed. I really definitely think that they're a dupe for each other. The colors are a little hard to match, but if you can find a color that matches or get two, like I said, Ulta a lot of times has buy one, get one half off. I think that this is a great deal. Ooh, let's see how much product you get. You get 0.9 grams in this one, in the Anastasia one. Oh, you get 9 grams, not 0.9, 9 grams. And you get 9 grams in this one. So you get the same amount of product in both of these. And I have 2 of these, so I have 18 grams of product still for under the price of one of these. So it's totally up to you. Both are good. If you're super oily like I am, I'd maybe save up your pennies and get the Anastasia one. But I definitely don't think this is a bad one. I will definitely be using this again, especially when winter rolls around. I think this would be absolutely great. So definitely going to keep using it. I think it's a great foundation. I completely think that they're dupes for each other, and I'm really happy that I tried this out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something cool and got a good look at how this foundation works on oily skin if you've never tried it before. If you like this video, go ahead and give this a thumbs up and hit the subscription button down below with the little notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload videos. Be a part of my little family here. I'm super proud of it and super happy, and we just keep growing, and this is so fun for me, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. So you guys have a good night, day, wherever the heck you are, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.